favorite episodes.
And he's a man.
For those listening.
For those listening, because, everybody don't watch, even though y'all should watch. Like, hello. So, we got to pay the bills. Please remember to rate, review, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Ding, 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 ding. We are officially over 100 followers, or 100 subscribers on YouTube. So, that's exciting. Thank you for everyone who has subscribed. Appreciate it. You want to introduce yourself, or you want me to introduce you?
Oh, you can do it.
Oh, word. So, if you guys have... No, I'll be nice to you. So, we have my brother here, Alexander Harris. If you know him from back in the day, A Boogie.
Oh, no, he's retired.
He has since retired, but I think in this conversation, A Boogie might come out a little bit, a little smidge.
With all that vodka.
Right, that cup was full before we sat down. So this is Al, a very dear friend of mine, like my brother. I'm just gonna call you a serial entrepreneur with all the businesses that you have going on. Amazing dad, husband. Ooh. No, a great husband. Of course, we would love for Mark Diane to be here, but somebody gotta watch the babies.
You ain't lying.
So, welcome to our show.
Thank you. I'm like nervous to be on Bad and Boujie.
I don't know what show that is.
That's what he always calls it. He always calls it Bad and Boujie. Oh, I don't even correct him.
No. So I switched it. I gave you the bougie part, and she's the bad part.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's not basic. It's not basic. So you're the bougie part. She's the bad part. Okay. She's out of hand.
We got to trademark that one too.
I know. Add that shit to the list.
Every time I talk to her, I'm like, yeah, this is Bad and Boujie.
Now, what do you tell people when they ask you anything about me? I feel like you just that's just Mel. That's his answer for everything. Any question. Any question, anything anybody asks me about Mel, I'll be like, that's just Mel. So. Like, stop trying to figure me out. I am my own person.
You're unfigure-outable.
I am unfigure-outable.
Word of the day.
Word of the day.
Okay.
Use it in a sentence.
Mm-hmm. It's an educational show.
I'm telling you, we be teaching.
Yep.
We be teaching y'all some things. So before we jump into a little chatty chat, I don't got no notes in there. You don't got a spy. Stop trying to cheat off my test.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Al, did you go to Mass Bomb?
No.
Excuse me.
This is a Mass Bomb produced show. How dare you? No, you
it's
right?
not far-fetched. No.
Not saying nothing is wrong with Mass Bomb.
Your first answer said otherwise.
No, I wasn't a product of that environment.
Okay. All right.
I don't even know where Mass Bomb is at.
Where did you go?
Huh?
Where'd you go?
I went to Simon Gratz for 3 years. And then my last year I went to University City.
Okay.
That's no longer standing, correct? Mass Bomb is.
Yeah. We don't know where University City is.
No, I know Uni has like a strong following, and people were really, really upset when that went down. Like that was messed up. That was messed up. Because I would feel some kind of way if they tore Mass Bomb down.
Mm-hmm. But mind you, it's like the school wasn't even that old for them.
I feel like it's needed. So what is it now?
It's like apartment buildings.
Oh, gentrification at its finest.
And stuff like that. Yeah. No, it's real down there. So
that's fucked up. Let's tear down the school and build overpriced buildings where the people in this neighborhood cannot afford to live.
This is correct.
And overcharge the college students to live
Oh, of
here.
course.
So no, that makes sense.
That's literally gentrification. It's fucked up.
Definition, the picture right next to it.
All right. So because I did call you a serial entrepreneur, I do want you to talk about your, I don't want to say latest and greatest, because I feel like you have other things in going. There's always 100 things going at the same time. But tell us about Tootie's Tacos, which I live because I live a taco.
Of course.
It's so racist. No. Dominicans like a lot of things, but we don't only like tacos. I'm just saying.
You're right, I guess.
It's like, I didn't have fried chicken for you when you came, so.
I wouldn't have been mad though.
I know you would. Moo would have been mad. Moo would have been mad at me. Like, come on out now.
Yeah, like that, you're not eating that. So Tootie's Tacos. That came about, I want to say in like March or April
of this year.
Yeah,
was that all this year?
Yeah, that was all this year.
Wow.
It feels like
I feel like I've seen posts and the
like
grand opening and all that.
Right,
like,
yeah. So
forever
it went
ago.
fast.
Definitely.
March. It was in March because I had COVID in March.
Okay.
So once I got out the hospital and I was in the house, we couldn't find nothing to eat because everything was closed down and it was like all that going on. And I just was like, damn, I want a taco. But the place we used to get our tacos from, they was like the hours started becoming like real weird. Like they wasn't opening up until like 4 p.m.
It's like minimal hours.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, mind you, I'm just getting my taste buds back, so I'm like, I want a taco.
Right, like something flavorful, something good.
Right, and then dealing with them COVID battles, I'm like up all night, so I'm like not sleeping. So my mind just get to racing. I'm like, I want a taco, but I can't get a taco. So Marjani's like, all right, I'm gonna just go buy you some taco shells, and while we in the house, we just gonna make tacos. So one thing leads to another. We make tacos one night, and then I'm just thinking like, well, damn, like I want tacos, but I want this too. Like my taste buds are getting back, so my cravings are getting like crazier. I want a taco, but I want shrimp Alfredo. I want a taco, but then I want meatloaf. I want a taco, but so I'm going all over the place. And I'm like, well, I don't think nobody do stuff like that. Like I don't think nobody putting different ingredients inside of tacos.
Aside from like your meat, cheese, lettuce, or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
it was
that's
all
like
like
your basics.
traditional stuff. So I was just telling Marjani one night, like just jokingly, like, yeah, we need to do our own tacos.
Yeah.
Because ain't nobody out here doing this, that, and the third.
Especially for the area that you live in.
Right, exactly. So, just like everything else, she just was just like, oh shit.
Here we go. Here we go. We need to interview Marjani on how she keeps up with all of your ideas.
Yeah, because, we came to a happy medium.
Okay.
So she was just more so like, she ain't think nothing of it. And I really wasn't thinking nothing of it.
It's just like you threw it out there. Let's see.
Right, yeah. So what I did was I just started like jotting in my phone, like, all right, just different little recipes and stuff like that. And I wasn't like really trying to embark on anything. But I feel like once I put it out in the universe, like all these things start happening to like make it really
We talk
happen.
about that all the time.
Yep.
So,
it's like, be careful what you wish for or ask for from the universe, because you might actually get it.
Yep.
And you're like, oh shit, it's happening.
So at this time though, it's like Cancer Who is just starting to come back.
Right.
It's starting to like build back up because COVID.
You had to shut the center down.
Right, we had to shut the center down, and then once the center is like about to back open, so it's like really no time to like open anything else.
Right.
But like I said, all these things just started coming about. So I had like 25 recipes, like 25 taco ideas, and then I bump into one of our close friends, Mike. I bump into him. And we just get to talking. He telling me about like the cart life and stuff like that.
Because he's definitely out there doing his thing.
Yeah, he's going crazy with his cart.
Thou, we need you on the show, Thou.
He definitely need to be here. So just talking to him, and he more so was like mentoring me through. Like we had like one conversation, and everything he said just made sense. Like.
It's like all of your ideas, he put it together in that conversation.
Right, yes. And he just more so was this, we weren't even talking about tacos, we were just talking about the business. So he was just breaking it down, and I'm like, oh, all right, damn, that makes sense. Like, everything you said just made sense. So I started to give it a little bit more, like, thought, and just was just like, all right, but mind you, I'm really trying to bring Cancer Who back.
Right.
I'm trying to come back as strong as before we like shut down. So when he was talking to me, he just more so like, just think about it. So one thing led to another, and I didn't want to put any more stress on Marjani because Marjani had just left her job.
Right.
She just like stopped working at her job, and then now she's full on with Cancer Who along with me, and I didn't want to put too much on her plate.
Right. Because you've been doing this entrepreneurial thing for what, 3-4 years now?
No.
So, or more than that.
I didn't have
Because
a job
it's
since-
from Team Overtime, so that was like maybe 5 or 6 years ago.
I'm trying to think when the last The last time I had a job, this is
He's been
2021.
loaned
It
up.
was like 2014, 15 or something like
He's
that.
like 6-7 years. So
Yeah, I
for
ain't had a job in a
you,
long time.
That's a long time.
it's a long time.
So
Which means you're successful. Your businesses are doing well because you didn't have to go back.
some kind of will.
Right.
But I knew the stresses of just being an entrepreneur, and I ain't gonna do that to Marjani. So I was like, listen, I'm not gonna put too much on your plate and toss this taco thing on you, and just have you like all over the
Right.
place.
Because she's used to structure. She's used to going into a building, clocking in. You know whatever your tasks are,
Right.
clocking out, done. Because even your job before you became an entrepreneur, that was a flexible job.
Right, yeah.
She's always been in a structured position. So when you take a structured person and you're like, well, you got 24 hours.
Right,
Go
exactly.
ahead, have at it. It's like, oh shit, I'm responsible for myself. Like, I what is it that I have to do? Like,
Yeah.
that is a whole nother thing to try to figure out. Is that like first like 6 months to a year being an entrepreneur? Like, what the fuck am I? Nobody knows. Nobody knows what they're doing. We're all figuring it out.
And see, let me
But
tell you
it's
what it is.
overwhelming.
I think a lot of people jump into the entrepreneurial world and think like, oh yeah, it's all this time and this is that. And
It's
third.
not. You have less time.
Right, you do have less time and you working more hours
Absolutely.
like than you would when working for a job. So I be like, people that have jobs, I always tell them keep your job. Like
Yeah.
I'm kind of jealous because you know what time you're starting, you know what time you get off.
You know you're gonna get paid every 2 weeks.
Right, yeah, and
Whether
like,
you do a
got
good
that,
job or a bad
you
job.
got that comfortability of knowing those things. Like me, I might be. It might look like I'm chilling. I might look like I got like an hour or two to spend, but that's because I just worked like 18 hours. So
Like you just broke night. You were up all night with ideas and
Exactly.
whatever. So yeah.
and doing back end work and stuff like that. So with Marjani, I was more so just real hesitant, very safe, because I went through that already.
Yeah.
And I know everything about like when you first jump out here and you're doing this, that, and the third, the inner feelings and all that stuff.
Is it gonna work? Am I wasting my time? Am
Right.
I like, where's the money? When is the money gonna start rolling? And like, yeah.
Then we got kids and all that too.
It's not just y'all. Like you have 3 kids and you
Yeah.
both are entrepreneurs. So it's like it's grind time all the time.
Right, so I'm like, I'm telling her, I'm just like breaking little bits and pieces of me and Mike conversation down to her. So what happened was, one day, I'm on the phone with me and Mike on the phone just talking, and he was like, bro, he was like, listen, I know this lady, she is selling a cart, a crazy discount.
It's like, well, what are the chances?
So, and this is where like the rubber meet the road. So we were talking, and this is why I think mentors are like so valuable, because we were talking, right, and he's giving me all this game for free. He's not charging me or anything, right? And not saying he's testing me, but he's basically putting it out there like, hey, listen, if you serious about what we talking about and you like, you saying you really want to go for it, I know this lady right now that's selling a cart. I think the cart was like 10,000. So I know a lady right now selling a cart for 10,000. He was like, oh, he was like, you've been telling me you serious, right?
Yeah. Is
And
that how
much are
serious
those
are
cards
you?
usually?
So usually they're like in between like 15 and 20.
Okay.
So he was just like
Like how it's like how bad you want it because you've been
Right,
talking
right.
about it.
So like, oh yeah, so yeah, this what you wanted, right? Now mind you, it's like a Tuesday. Like yo,
Taco Tuesday.
Right,
Like,
I'm gonna have this conversation with Marjani right now. Like shit, we just came off the weekend. We good. We grooving, and
Like, this business is literally knocking at your door.
we so connected. We can look at each other and know like some shit going on. So she look at me like, what?
Like light bulb.
So I'm like, well, remember we was talking about them tacos? She was like, yeah. I'm like, all right, listen, we got a good opportunity on the table. We can get this cart at a great discount rate and blah, 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 blah. And the whole time she's looking at me like, she's giving me this look like, why are you doing this shit to me?
You are stressing
Like,
me
wow,
out.
like, right, like, ow, like, I just nursed you back.
Right.
And this how you repay me? So,
With another fucking job.
yeah, like, come on. Like, damn, I just was a nurse, a mom, all this shit. And you, So I'm telling her, like, listen, we could do this, blah, 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 blah. Mind you, it's not like I'm pulling shit out my back pocket, like, with excuses, but I'm telling her, like, listen, we're just getting the center back open.
Right.
So things are, like, we running slow. So, not to say, like, all right, Tootie Stocker's going to come out the gate and just be, like, like a grand, like, big old thing, but I'm like, listen, this is just basically another source of income.
Exactly.
So, just talking her into that, literally.
I feel like is that hard to do, to talk Marjani into something, because she's the salesperson. Like Marjani, she is the one. Like, you cannot say no to her. She will find a way, and she's good with people. So she's a great salesperson. So how is it trying to convince her?
When her is not, it's like literally, it's a job, like for real. Like, it's like, all right, you know how you go to a job interview, you break out your resume? I got to do all that shit.
You got to come with the business
I gotta
plan.
come with the numbers.
And she's a numbers girl,
Yeah,
so
she's super numbers.
You can't
so I gotta
bullshit
come
her.
with projections and shit like that. And it has to make sense. So just hitting her with all that, like literally, Mike called me back like 5 minutes later with like the lady on the phone. Are you looking for the car?
Yeah. He does not play.
I'm like, shit. Like, mind you, I'm in the middle of talking to Marjani. So I'm like having this little anxiety meltdown and shit. Like, oh, he got the lady
What
on
if
the
I
phone.
say yes and she says no? And what if I say no
Right.
and then Marjani says yes?
Now, mind you, Mike didn't call me 3-4 times. I didn't duck this call because I'm talking to Marjani. This is the third. So finally get it together, talk to the lady. She said, all right, listen, I got the cart. She said, I'm only selling this cart because the guy, a little bit of game. You only can, if you, a commissary, right? A commissary is a place where they hold food carts, right?
Not commissary like in jail.
No, not like in jail. But,
Different kind of commissary.
so a private commissary, you can own up to 5 carts in a commissary, right?
Okay.
And you can't have more than 5 carts in a private commissary.
Okay.
Now, a public commissary, they can hold like a bunch.
So what's a private commissary and a public commissary?
So a private commissary is like like take a garage. Like
Okay.
they took the garage and they just added like an ice maker in there. They added everything in the commissary is for things that go on a truck.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the purpose of the commissary, to
Gotcha.
refill your ice maker, to
Right.
clean, to do those things.
Right, yeah, clean.
Okay.
And different commissaries have different things. Like the commissary that we're in right now is a public commissary, so anybody can come. You pay a fee, basically a rent. They have like an ice maker in there. They have like 2 kitchens, a hot kitchen, a cold kitchen. They have
So you
like a
can
water
prep.
hose.
Okay.
Right, yeah. So they can hold a lot more carts. You know, private commissaries, like I said, you only can own 5 carts in
Okay.
one commissary. So when the lady called me, she said, I had a guy, he just bought another cart. He has a private commissary. So
Okay.
he had 6 carts.
Too many.
He was just trying to get rid of the cart. So that's why the price was low.
Gotcha.
And she sent us the pictures, everything like checked out legit. So we go see the cart. And once we go to see the cart, everything was legit. It was just like, yeah, he literally was like, I got too many carts in here,
Yeah.
I got to get it out. So, and the dope thing about that situation is that the guy was willing to like, on top of Mike being our mentor, he was also willing to be like a mentor as well too. So he was like, anything you need or anything go wrong,
That's cool.
you need to know something, just like call me and let me know. So I was just like, all right, like things are just like forming in the way like to where
Like it's supposed to happen.
Yeah, it's supposed to happen. And mind you, it's new to me too, but more so I'm more so trying to protect Marjani in the situation. I don't want her to be like entrepreneurial overload.
Right.
So
Like, you know what? I'm just going to go back to my
yeah,
job
like
because
yeah, I'm
this is
just
too much.
I
right
can call
now.
them back.
Yeah, let me call them back.
Yeah, they wanted me. Like I left.
Right.
So once we got through all that, we got the cart. We like shit. We don't know what to do.
I remember.
First of all, I'm like, I ain't no chef. She like, well, we need a chef. So we like get the chefs. We like start just bake. We start from like literally the ground. Now the one thing about just being an entrepreneur, just being in business, period, you don't have to know your lane per se to know business.
Right.
Like you could just know business and know like
And
the
apply
do's and don'ts
it.
and apply it, right? Mm-hmm. So we knew that much. We knew business flat out. So it was just like, all right, we know where to start from, right? Before we start like throwing money out there and just wasting money, we know like, all right, we need these certain things in line.
Right.
So it's like paperwork. We're not even moving this truck until we get this paperwork situated, right? So we get all that situated, and then we move on to like back end work, all right, just getting on the cart, cleaning out, how much it costs to like just clean the cart out.
The whole process, because you've never done anything like that before. You've never cleaned the cart out. You've never had to store a cart. You've never had to prep. Like you have to figure. You know the business part. You can do that. You don't know the food business part.
Exactly.
So you have to figure that out. How long is this going to take? What time should we be getting here? Like, Dow can absolutely give you a lot of free game, but you have to physically do it and say, like, no, it takes me X amount of time to clean this truck out, so we need to be here at this time.
Right. And that's good that didn't stop you from moving forward with this, because I feel like a lot of people will just, you know what, I can't because I don't know where I'm going to park, what I got to do, how I got to clean.
Frustrated and,
then you just stop.
Right. And that's the part where I say mentors come in at, because if Thal wasn't there to, like, he literally picked up his phone every time I called. So if he wasn't there to, like pick up them phone calls, come on, man.
You may still be sitting on a truck that you haven't used yet.
Right, I don't know what the fuck to do next. So him picking it up and him, like, he's not just answering the question. He's, like, giving me full detail.
Right.
Like, all right, this is why.
With scenarios.
Right.
Like, yeah.
So with him doing that, it just made both of us feel comfortable, because we both can call him and ask him certain things. And like I said, the guy we actually got the truck from on the back end, we can actually call him too.
Like, hey, the truck is doing X, Y, and Z. What should I do?
Right. And it was crazy because when we got our inspection, nothing ever runs smooth.
Right.
We get our inspector, the inspector come, the damn pilot won't and we like.
It was working before you got here.
mind you, Sal's right there with us. So once the pilot go out, like, Thal can't physically get on the truck and do it, right? So I'm like, oh my God, like, what the hell is going on? We was able to call the guy, and the guy told us, like, all right, listen, this is what you got to do. He basically helped us the whole time and helped us pass inspection, right? But like things like that, like if you're a new entrepreneur and you ain't got nobody helping you out,
and you're already frustrated and overwhelmed, and now the fucking pilot won't fuck this pilot, fuck this cart. I got a new car. Right? Forget everything.
And like I said, this business in period. Like, when me and Marjani, I know my role, I know my place. I know what I'm good at, I know what I'm weak at. And it's the same thing with her. With her, I promise you, she can sell water to a fish. Like,
that's for sure.
And she can do that, like, in her sleep. So once the shit started going bad with the inspector, she knew how to talk. She knew how to talk. That's what she knew how to do, right?
Listen.
So she started talking.
If she ever finds the time, she can go to law school, because she's the one.
she started talking. She's selling him on other things. Like, all right, well, listen, that was working yesterday, but can you expect something else? Right? So
we figured this out.
Right,
can we go over here?
Exactly, right. So she's basically buying us time. So me and Thal and a guy on the phone.
And that's something that you guys communicated without even talking.
Exactly.
Like, she just knew, like,
she seen shit going left. So that part right there was just like business. Yeah. Just business shit, right? Like, because we could have both been on there like Dodo was just
I don't know.
I don't know. Like,
I would have been like, I don't know.
Like, or she could have been looking at me like, oh, like, what we supposed to do next? And I'd have been like,
she jumped into action and she was like, let me take you over here. So
right, exactly.
Have her on the show.
Right, like, she's good. Listen, she's good.
Yeah, no, she's great. So it was just more so like the teamwork, right? So once we got past that, it was, like I said, just more back end work. Like, we're not going to be super logistical before we go out, but this back end work needs to be done before we pop out, because you could pop out and lose a lot of money. You could lose like hundreds of dollars on your first time out.
Yep, not even get like paperwork stuff together. Like, that shit is important. It is required for a reason. Don't let the city catch you out there without your proper paperwork, because like you said, that's going to cost you.
So listen, man, so some more free game. What we didn't know was, you know how, like, so you go out, you see these carts everywhere, right? What you don't know is what you don't know. We go out, we see the carts. We don't pay attention to every single sign on the cart. You might see like a blue sticker on the cart or a yellow sticker on the cart. Some carts got the paper on it, like, say, certification or things like that. what we were thinking was, all right, we're going to get the cart. We're going to go here. We're going to go there. Boom, 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 right? Now, mind you, we wasn't aware until we asked. We wasn't aware that, no, you just can't go anywhere you want.
You can't just pull up on any block.
Right,
You just drive up and
Right, you just can't go downtown.
Well, yeah,
and just, like,
tacos.
start serving,
No.
right?
No.
No, you don't got tacos here.
Not over here, you know.
Right. And mind you, it's not even like the city that's like going to like
Is it
get
the
you out of
neighborhood?
it. No, it's like the other
It's the
people
other
that-
truck.
The
the
other
other
trucks.
trucks, right? So they'll get your ass out of here
Yeah, like, where
faster
does the
than
new
the
fucking
city
truck
will,
come
right? Right.
from?
Excuse me.
So we thinking, all right, yeah, we gonna go
This
downtown.
is like territorial.
We gonna kill it. This is no, that's not gonna happen. So we get to the part where it's like, and I don't even know. I might be giving up too much. They might be like this.
Free game.
Right.
Like, get your pen and paper.
So you have to pay a permit fee, right? So when you first get your licenses and stuff like that, they give you a map, and it's a map of the city, and it's basically like blue and it's like red, I think, or something like that. The blue parts you can go, cool, right? Now these red parts you have to pay for that.
That's where the cartel at.
That's what
They gonna sit you out.
Truck mafia.
That's the truck
It's
mafia.
like downtown. It's like Drexel. It's like LaSalle.
Rittenhouse Square. All those places where people like to spend money.
Right, exactly, right? Now you gotta pay for that.
Right.
You gotta pay. It's a fee of $3,000 for that.
What?
Right?
That's for how long?
$3,000
Crazy.
fee. But it's a one-time fee. You pay that
Okay.
$3,000, and then after that, right?
But I do understand why people take the risk and say, "Fuck it, let me just see," because they might not have $3,000 to give up, and they might think that they're gonna make that money back, and then the city shut them down because they didn't get because they're trying to work around it.
Well, something like that. But see, when you first think about it, you're like, damn, $3,000.
So it sounds like a lot of money.
Right? But then, like I said, the back end work. Yeah, you gonna look at it like it's $3,000, but then, two, you gotta look at where it costs that amount of money in. It costs $3,000 to be downtown. Now, say if how much an average taco costs? Like what? 3 tacos might be like $9.
Well, at Chipotle is overpriced, and I want to say for 3 tacos, the way I ordered them, because I guess to get extra meat, like $15 for 3 tacos.
All right, let's split the bill. Let's say 12, right? Let's say if you spend $12 for 3 tacos, right? But if I go downtown, I can
It's
charge
like 20,
right?
like easy.
Right, I can charge $20 right? for 3 tacos, and that's just chicken, right? Now $3,000 don't look that bad to me
Right.
because I'm charging $20 for
That's
3
correct.
tacos, and I'm only paying that $3,000.
Like, you know how many tacos you buy at Taco Bell for $20?
Right, so
A lot.
for a month, I might make $4,000 1 month. Right, net profit of
And you just
$1,000.
made your money
Right.
I
back.
just made my money back, and I'm able
you
to
never
sell.
have to pay that
I
fee
never
again.
got to pay that again. So I'm able to sell down here and now. Now I'm making on a bad month. I'm making $4,000 a month,
Right.
And I ain't got to give. I ain't losing no $3,000, right? So it's like that back end with the way you like the way it's broken down to you, because like I said, like when you knew, you might be like,
No, I don't got it.
All I
How long
got
is it
is-
going to take to make it back? But like you said, you looked at the real estate. You looked at the area.
right, exactly, and that's the thing. That's like the back end work. That's the stuff you got to do. You got to know where you can go, what you can charge, the things you can do, and just like other little things like that. And that was like I said, it's great when you have a mentor and they can break things down to you like that. Like, and I believe in having multiple mentors
Absolutely.
in each business.
Yep.
So like Thao likes to break things down to the minimum, right? That's like he want to break it down to the dollar. The other guy that was helping us, he's breaking it more so down on like a broad stream.
Right.
And mind you, he told us, he said, listen, and this is legal. He said, your car is inspected already. I'm selling you a cart that's already inspected. So what the inspector is coming here for, to basically watch you like cook the food, make sure you know how to cook the food. And whoever's cooking the food needs to have a safe serve.
Okay.
The safe serve,
I had mine from high school.
Ashley has hers.
Yep. Masbomb. I earned mine at Masbomb.
they give those out at grass too, but I ain't
No, I earned mine. I don't know what they be giving out at Gratz, but I earned my
we
services.
had culinary courses, we had cooking. So, and what's crazy is I think everybody should just have a safe serve, right? Just to have it.
Yeah, if you're
But-
in that industry, absolutely.
Yeah, and So when you got a safe serve, you can be on the cart, you can cook. This is the third, right? Mm-hmm. So the guy comes and he watched Marjani do her thing. She know the temperatures and stuff like that, and it's something you got to study for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's important. Like
it's definitely important. Yeah. People can get sick and stuff like that.
Yep.
So when the guy comes, so the guy is telling me that sells the cart. He said, "Listen, you need these." The cart is already inspected. They're gonna come. They're gonna see the cart is inspected. And he just coming to see you that you know what you're doing, right?
Okay.
So when he tell us that,
and that takes the pressure off.
It takes a lot of pressure off, right? But mind you, we did not know that the cart was inspected. It already had the permit. It had a $3,000 permit, right?
Oh.
But see, what the city does is. Once you transfer, I'm just giving all of them.
No, that's fine.
Once you transfer, once you sell the cart and you transfer, the person don't get that permit.
I was gonna say the permit is non-transferable.
Right, it's non-transferable.
That's how they get their money.
Exactly. So they take the permit away, right? So
damn.
One day I'm like on the cart and I seen that we had the yellow sticker to permit, but it was like scratched off. So I'm like, damn, like we got this. So I'm able to call the guy and say, yo, like, do we got the permit? And he was just like, yeah, no. He was like, it was there.
The cart has a permit. You do not.
Exactly. And what he was saying was, now, the city is slick. The city will move fast on taking something from you. They won't move fast on giving you something.
Absolutely.
Right. So he was saying more so like,
on all aspects.
He was like, all right, in the system, the cart still, it might be permitted to go those certain places. Okay. It all depends on when the city took it away, right? It could be a week, it could be a month, it could be 3 months, right? So he more so like you at your own discretion with it. But my thing is, if, like I said, we're in a public commissary, we're in a commissary with other trucks, other food carts and stuff like that, and they have permits and things like that. So who's to say if we go down like Children's Hospital and we're in the same commissary with this person or whatever, they got their permit. They know we don't have our permit.
They can get you out of there
they're
real
quick. They're going to get us out of here because first of all, we're stepping on your toes, and then second of all, it's like, yo, I know. I see the cart every day, right? So just like little things like that, little tricks of the trade, you know. So it's like, at one point we was thinking about like, yeah, we're just going to try it. We're just going to go down there.
Let's see what happens.
But it's like I said, it's like, is it worth it?
Is it worth the risk? Yeah.
Is it worth the risk? No, not really.
Because then, now, if let's say you don't have this permit, what happens? Do you get a fine or do they shut you down?
You get like a flag, right? You get like a flag. And in our case, it's not good to get flags if you, in our case, right? And I'm not saying like we special or anything like that, but just for the sense of the fact that we are known names, right? So it's like, y'all gonna pull that document faster than y'all pull somebody that's new or something like that.
And then it's gonna make them want to look into your other businesses.
Exactly.
It's like, well, if they took a shortcut here,
they start looking into other things too. So it was more so like, it's
not worth it.
Yeah, it ain't worth it. And mind you, we like on this map, it's like it show you the blocks. I'm a block before the red part.
Oh shit!
So when we take the car at, it's like down the street we can't go, but we can go right here. Though. So yeah, I'm right on the tip of it, right? So, that's how we kind of like to operate. Like it's still brand new. We still learning stuff every day. But like I said, we know the business part. So just knowing the business part is like, yeah, we ain't going.
You already have a leg up.
Yeah, we gonna bump our heads a few times.
You have the business part, and you have the teammate.
Right. Yeah.
Like
so
you and Marjani really are a team when it comes to business.
So
when it comes to everything, really, but with the business, y'all really work well together.
Oh yeah, no, we Shaq and Kobe when it comes to the business. Just for the simple fact that, like I said, we can look at each other and just know the problem.
Right. She was like, "Come here, sir."
Right. Exactly.
Show you that. It's like I love that.
I think more so with us, she know her strengths and weaknesses, and I know mine. Like. Just prime example, like 2 weeks ago, I'm gonna say like 2 weeks ago, I'm getting to a situation where I gotta talk, I gotta like take orders and stuff like that. She know.
That's that's for her.
I'm not that. That's not. I'm not that talent. All right. I'm not that talent that's gonna be out there hey, how you doing? Welcome to these tacos.
That's her
what
thing.
Do you want? Right, yeah. Like, you coming up to just get tacos. She didn't got you to buy tacos, a piece of cake, a soda, like probably.
She didn't talk to you about Karen said who?
Right,
and
yeah.
talk to you about the other business.
Ain't gonna get us a follow on Instagram.
Right.
On the side of the truck, scan QR code, blah, blah, blah. So, she know that's her strength, right? But I don't know how we get in this situation where I'm out there talking, right? So I'm talking, and she like had to go to the store or some shit, and the guy comes up, and I'm just like, hey, you want to order something?
Welcome.
And he's just looking
Welcome to the
like he's like on the fence. Like,
Where I've seen Mark Johnny when people are do that, she's like, so we got the jerk chicken, we got this, and then she
Listen.
starts to like animate the menu and
Listen.
say these ones good right here, and next thing you know,
Yeah.
people are like, give me 3 of those.
Yep.
She's just
yeah,
good
and
at it.
it's like that's a talent.
That's
a
like
skill.
natural. That's her.
And she's more so. Oh, so what you was thinking about eating? Chicken? Hold on. Hey, listen, give me a sample of that chicken. Hey, taste the chicken.
You like that?
Right, yeah. So
That's
like,
good business.
She's
yeah, like
good.
pulling you in, right? Me, I'm just more so like,
Pretty much, if
We
you
got
walk up
chicken.
to the Tootie's taco truck and you see Mark Johnny, you're going to buy something.
Oh no, she gonna. Get
You're
you
not
buy
going to be able to walk away without something.
Now her background is
And you're going to be happy about it. Like, I am happy that I made that purchase.
she used to work for a bank. I ain't gonna say the bank name. She used to work for a bank, right? And we all be like outside, and you see them people that's outside, like them bankers, and they be like, "Oh, sign up for an account." And this is this.
When
and
you're like
that.
on a college campus and all the tables are lined
For
up,
the
sign up for this credit
credit
card.
card.
Mind you, we'd be like, "Man, get the hell out of here! I ain't signing
Right.
for no account on no street." Like, give you my damn social out here.
Right. I don't know you.
All right, yeah, what? But I've seen her get 10 people to sign up, and I'm looking like, I'm like, damn. Like,
I think that for the most part, she was never actually in the bank when she worked at the bank.
right,
She
yeah,
always worked
she always was
the
outside.
events because she's a salesperson.
Right, and I'm looking,
Although I do miss going to the car show for free. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. I used to be able to use that perk.
I know I missed that shit. And some other perks.
Some other perks.
I was telling her, I'm like, listen, I'm like, that's like a blessing.
It is.
Right? That's like a blessing.
That is a
stops
true
a lot
talent.
of people. The social part of business, that stops a lot of people. Marjani can make everybody feel comfortable.
And-
It's a gift.
So in business, it's like the biggest pro you can get.
Absolutely.
Like, you got somebody that like I said, she can sell water to a fish. Like, now relationship wise, it's kind of a con.
Right.
Business wise, listen, we gonna make some money.
What did you say? That she is the one that turns the no into negotiate.
Right. So with me and her, like relationship wise, no don't mean no. It means no negotiation.
Yep.
So that's where we kind of part ways on that side. But I'm able to see through. Like, all right, listen, that's some bullshit, but we can turn that bullshit into gold. The way you're able to sell anybody, like you can't even play Monopoly with her. She's like the best at Monopoly.
And she's competitive.
Super competitive.
So you're not gonna win. You're not gonna win.
She will play that game
Give me
for 8
all your
hours
real
long.
estate
Yeah.
right now.
Yep. I'm not playing with
And it's
myself.
like that with kids as well. So once I saw that, I just more so was like, all right, yeah, this is your thing, right? You can sell. With Cancer Who is not like selling. We're a nonprofit.
Right.
We're more so we're giving away everything, right? So my selling point to her when we started to these tacos, like, hey, listen, I know you don't necessarily miss selling outside, but this is an opportunity for you to like do what you're great at.
Right.
You're great at selling, right?
She's naturally
She's
good
a
at
lead.
that.
Your
She's a
strengths.
lead at selling, right?
Right.
And you can know you being sold, and she's still going to sell. She's going to sell it to you. So, just starting that, I just was like, "Yo, this is you. You can do
That
this."
was for her.
Right, yeah. And I'm telling her, I said, I'm willing to sacrifice a little bit of time that we do get, like by ourselves. I'm willing to sacrifice like that stuff to help you out because I know. You don't necessarily want to get on this truck and be a chef. You don't want to get on this truck and do like the hard cleaning. You don't want to do all these certain little things. But I'm going to keep you in the area that you're great at. So this way you can just keep you intrigued. So this way we can build it.
Listen, somebody could walk by the taco truck after leaving a full lunch full. They're going to buy tacos if they walk by Marjani. Even though they just ate, they will buy the tacos. You can't walk by her. It's just not gonna happen. And it's not in an annoying way.
No, it's
Because
not.
you know how some people are like, get the fuck away from me. I'm just gonna buy it. No, it's like, you know what? I I like you. Like, I want you to be my friend. Like, she just makes you feel comfortable.
She creates those conversations.
She does.
If you're a mom, if you're a dad, she gonna talk about the kids. She just gets you in a way of
get the tacos get the cake for the babies when they get out of school. Now, next thing you know, you didn't order $30 worth of tacos and fucking cake.
And listen, like I said, mind you, we just started. I want to say we just really popped out.
I think she got me for 6 tacos day one. I just realized that. It just came to my head. I was like, I'm gonna eat these 3 here. She's like, but then what you gonna eat for dinner? You might as well get 3 more. I was like, you're right.
You are absolutely
absolutely fucking right. 6 tacos later.
Right. And then that's how she gets
and
everybody.
A piece of cake.
That's how she gets everybody. And it's not like she's like literally. I can see if she's selling you and the tacos wasn't good. Like the tacos are good tacos, right? Yeah, they are good tacos.
I am picky. I am a picky eater. Most people know that. I think y'all put cheese on there, especially for me. Yeah. Like I am a picky eater. So if I didn't like it, I would not have ordered an additional round or met y'all the following day.
But it's the little things like that. Like we didn't have cheese on the menu. Mel come up, can y'all add cheese? Yes, we can add cheese.
Yes.
We're not even talking about it with us on the truck. It's more so, yes, we can add cheese. So, all right, y'all, listen, she need cheese, and she need it this way, right? So it's more customer appreciation than anything.
Right. That'll go a long way.
It goes a damn long way.
They give you ideas like, well, shit, we didn't even think about that. We should add that on there.
Right, and so, and I didn't do a lot to you. That's
what was
how
the lady with the fucking chips on the grand opening day?
Oh my God, she came to us with. The chips were like from jail or something.
Yeah, she was like, I ain't never had these chips before. There were these like
from jail
chips that they sell in commissary, jail commissary, the other commissary. And she came up out of nowhere. I can't remember the name now, of course, but she was like, y'all don't got whatever it was. And now here we are. Let's Google it. Oh shit, these chips exist. Apparently, it's a chip that has all the flavors.
Every flavor.
Sour cream, barbecue, whatever. But they're a big hit in jail. And she recognized it right away that they didn't have it. So now we're like, all right, well, now you need chips.
Right. Exactly. So
the customers give you ideas.
The customers gave us so many ideas and so much feedback, and we listen to it and we value that. So this way, when we go home and we talking about the back end, it's more so like, all right, so listen, them chips she was talking about, right?
A couple people asked.
How much do them chips cost in bulk? Is it worth it to do the chips? Is it? So like stuff like that. Marjani don't necessarily want to do that, but I don't mind doing it. I don't mind doing that back end work. So just working well as a team. But like I said, like I feel like more so if you know business, not saying you could just go jump into any lane, but that's like a jump start. All right, I know what not to do. That part is more pivotal than knowing what to do, because sometimes people know what to do and just don't even do the shit.
Exactly. You can have all the knowledge in the world, but if you don't have no drive, you don't have no work ethic, like that knowledge just goes to waste.
And a lot of people they just don't know what not to do until you do the shit, and then it's like, I wasn't supposed to do that.
Right. And then they quit after one fuck up, or they quit after one well, you're gonna have a lot of doors slammed in your face. You're gonna have a lot of people tell you that shit ain't gonna work. You have to believe that it's gonna work. Right. Like that's why you go after businesses that mean something to you.
And then you don't know the cost of each mistake. Each mistake don't cost the same thing. So
exactly.
It might be a financial loss. It might be a relationship loss. It might be an emotional loss. So with not knowing what kind of loss you're taking, that shit is detrimental to your health in general. Because of course we don't want to take no financial loss. Right. Nobody wants to take a financial loss. But sometimes I might say, listen, I'll take the financial loss over the mental loss. Like if somebody come back and saying like, all right, listen, my tacos wasn't right.
I was in the ER because I got food poisoning or whatever. Like I take the money loss than for somebody to get sick off of what I gave them.
Exactly. Because now I just want to rectify the situation.
And you don't want that out there, like that story, because that shit like that spreads. The good news doesn't spread as fast. No news like that will spread fast. Like,
super quick.
That's the truck that gave the food poisoning.
Right. It's super quick.
That's
right?
it.
Yeah. And it's like, all right. So what was it worth to you? Was it worth losing $20 on some tacos, and then you giving that person attitude on top of that? Now you're in a financial loss. Now you like losing in business period because they're gonna talk about you. You're gonna lose shit like that. Nah, I'm gonna just take the financial.
It starts chipping away at your confidence too. Now you're not even as confident in your business as you were.
That $20 that I just lost on them tacos, that's cool. I just want to make you happy.
Right.
Tell me how we rectify the situation to make you happy.
And that makes people feel seen and heard, and it's like, you know what, they care. And I feel like that we're getting less and less of that from businesses. Like they don't care. I had I forget, I think I was talking to Rory about this, but there was a nurse that I used to work with. She ordered food from whatever restaurant it was. She's allergic to shrimp. She ordered a chicken wrap. She did not order a shrimp wrap. She was so hungry after she got off her 12-hour shift. She took 3 bites and realized, oh shit, this is shrimp. Popped 2 Benadryls, drove to the ER, ended up getting IVs, all types of stuff, had a full-blown allergic reaction. She reached out to the manager of the restaurant and said, hey, you know, just to let you guys know, this and this and this happened. This is a copy of my order. There was nowhere on there that said shrimp. It's not like she ordered a shrimp something and then got an alternative. The response from the manager was, if you have a food allergy, then you need to let people know that. Not if I'm not ordering what I'm allergic to. So that just makes you, and like, of course, that infuriated her because she was like, you know what? Fuck you. Like, I'm just letting you know. I'm not even asking for anything. I'm letting you know so that you can let your, because I'm sure the manager's not the one that's cooking. I'm letting you know so that you can let your kitchen staff know to slow down, read the order, and pay attention to what they're doing. Because now I'm in the ER. But the response was, well, next time you need to clarify that. I'm not going to put all my food allergies, if I'm ordering chicken fingers, I'm not telling you I'm allergic to shrimp. What fucking sense does that make? But that just kind of like, you just brush people off. You'll never want to go back to that place. So for when you correct somebody, you're like, what is it that I can do to make you, like, what can I do to make this right? You took time out of your day and you gave that person that one-on-one, and they feel like, you know what, I fuck with this business because they really like gave me a chance, and I gave them a chance in return.
Listen, I'm going to the farthest extent for customer appreciation. I don't care where that place is. I'm going to the farthest place I want you to be happy.
Yeah, genuinely happy.
Yeah, because I'll be naive to think that every person that came and got tacos liked the damn tacos, right? That's just being naive, right? But I want you to like where you came to. I want you to like the experience that you got. I want you to like the people that you was just around for 2 to 3 minutes. Like, I want you to like everything about it, right? Like, yeah, we here to sell you a taco, but I want to sell you the whole damn experience.
It's the experience.
Yeah. So, what a lot of times happen, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm not gonna make it seem like it's just all like fresh flowers and
for sure
every day, right? But just gotta put in perspective that everybody is humans, but if you out here and you're out here to do a job and sell these tacos and give this experience, I'm so big on morale. Like my chef, he might be like, all right, I'm tired, right? Like I said to you, I'm not no chef. If you tired, your morale gonna slip, move. I'll get on it.
Right.
Because
take a break.
Yeah, and it's probably gonna take me 10 minutes longer to do what you can do.
As opposed to you be like, it's cool, we almost done for the day. And it's like, well, you didn't hear what I just said. I said I was tired.
Right. The morale brings everybody down.
Yep.
So from the top down and from the bottom up, it's gonna bring everybody down. Right? So one person out there like, all right, yeah. Then
you're only as strong as your weakest player.
So that's what I'm saying. Now it's not even. I'm not going to be out there pouting with you, but I'm going to have like some kind of attitude that you out here pouting. Now I got to get with you. Right. Now it's throwing.
Why didn't you just tell me I need a break? Versus now I have an attitude, and now I'm taking that attitude out on customers for no reason. So now that person affects everybody.
Now I'm giving that woman shrimp.
Right. Exactly.
Yep.
That customer. I always go back to customer appreciation.
Yeah. It's important.
They know, like, customers walk up, they know when it's like that shit not there, when you not like all the way there. You walk up, hey, how you doing? And you just the tone. Hey, how you doing? What's up? What you want? Yeah, like, all right, well, damn.
I don't want nothing now.
Yeah,
I'm not hungry no more.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about getting that, but all right, well, no, we out of that. God damn. Right. All right, well, shit. Like, I don't want nothing.
Never mind.
Right, yeah, now.
Somebody like Marjani be like, we out of that, but have you tried this?
Exactly, right? Or, listen, we out of this jerk chicken. I can get you a regular chicken, but what I'll do is I'm going to throw the soda in for you.
Yeah.
Right?
Because we didn't have what you wanted.
Yeah, because we got what you want, right? Cool. Oh, damn.
Those little things go so far.
Those go so far.
Right.
So far.
Forget about not getting that at, like, larger chain restaurants, because they could still do that, right? But it's the appreciation for the customer. You are my focus. I'm not worried about the people after you. I'm not worried about the people that were here before you. I'm focused on you. Exactly. And that goes.
I know the line is long, but I don't see anybody else because I'm talking to you and I'm getting your order right now. I'm not trying to rush you because I see a line. I want to get your order right.
Yep.
That's where that talent part coming in. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm folded. I fold every time. Like I'm the guy that when I take your order,
and Marjani's thriving.
I want them to get the damn order off the minute I say it. Like, hey,
all right, time for you to ask me questions.
Come on, let's go. All right, like Marjani, she's very good in this sense. We have done festivals. We have done like things where I'm talking about like the line is like from here to California, and nobody's complaining about the wait time, right? And everybody, and it's like she's giving everybody a little something. So she's walking around. Oh no, listen, I got you. Your order about to come up. This is that. Are you good? All right, like she's going around. She's
like the homie. She makes everybody feel like, oh, she got me. I know she got me. I'm fine.
I need to see you guys on like Food Truck Wars.
We wouldn't survive. The only reason I'm gonna say that is it's gonna be me. It's gonna be me because I'm going to.
I will put you just like be there to facilitate.
Yeah, I'm like listen.
Put Marjani as the point person. Put your strongest chef on the truck.
Just drive the truck.
That's it.
Now she has a team though. So me for real, I'm not even a part of the team. I'm just more so like the throwaway guy. Right. Somebody called out, I'll fill in. Like, but her and her team, if she's able to like take her team anywhere. Like something like Food Truck Wars, I will put her up against anybody because she knows how to pull the best out of them. Now, mind you, it's her nephew, and it's her cousin. It's them three running the truck. They gonna like make it look the experience of it. It's just like it's an extravagant experience, right? And mind you, I'm talking about it like you're gonna walk up and see some like some super grand shit. No, it's like a food truck, right?
It's the feel that you get.
Yeah, but she like the way she runs it. So I'm more so sit back, I take notes, and I'm all right. So when I'm out there and I gotta fill in, this is what I gotta do. But she's definitely she runs to these tacos. Like I said, I'm more so to throw in. I was the person who just came up with the idea. She didn't perfected the shit, then got the system down pat. Like the back end work, we more so helping each other with that. But like she running that show. She more so she's spearheading it. And what I have been seeing her just growing as an entrepreneur. Now she know where she headed, right? Because most people they out here they got businesses. You don't know where this shit headed. You don't know where you're gonna be at next year.
You know, next year. Not even say 5 year. Where do you see your business in 6 months, in a year, whatever?
Right,
you don't see it if you don't even know,
right? Yeah,
or you're not planning for it,
right? And that vision is starting to like more clear to her day by day. Like, all right, this where I see this where we gonna be at in 3 months, right? Because you know I'm big on goals. So once they go down on paper, you gotta get it done. But she's more so. She getting it down on paper and she like knocking it out the park. So now
there's something about writing things down that really make it real.
You know I'm big.
That's
on
what
that.
it is. Yeah,
big on that.
You just solidify it.
You have to.
Oh,
like
sure.
Write it out. That's it.
Yeah, she killing it right now. I'm super proud of her. I'm just more so trying to stay out of her way. But like I said,
be helpful at the same time.
I'm trying to be helpful because people can get ahead of themselves. Once you come out the gate and you come if you come out the gate and you come out running and you just like winning, not to say that like you going like fall on your ass, but you gonna hit a wall, right?
You might burn out.
Yeah, you might burn out, or you might come into some shit. You're like, oh, damn, I didn't know that was gonna happen. So my part is
especially when you start on a high like that. If you start and you're like shit, like I already got a couple doors closed, like I got a little my skin is a little thicker.
Right, exactly.
I understand like these things could happen, but when you start off as a high and it just keeps getting better and better, when one little small thing goes left, it's like, oh shit, wait a minute, I was not ready for this.
Right,
but struggle is part of the success.
That's part of it though. Like
because you learn so much.
I love the struggle though. I love the struggle so much because. That's the part that make you happy at the end. Like, damn, I didn't struggle all this time and actually got to.
And you figure shit out. You're like, I really did that. Like, I really did that.
Right. So with her, I be trying to minimize some of the entrepreneurial things for her. So like the mental things, the stuff where it's like, I know you feel like this because I felt like that too at this point, right? So. Just trying to get stuff like that over and trying to just help her navigate.
Yeah.
Because I ain't gonna lie, sometimes the shit is more so. It's more mentally draining than it is physically. So when I start to see the mental slipping, I more so gotta kind of like reel her back in a little bit. Like you said, when you start off
at a high,
it's more so like one little dip, be like,
okay, it's over. This ain't gonna work.
Like, oh man, I knew I shouldn't have let you
take my ass back to work.
Shit.
Let me email
like,
update this resume.
Mind you, she didn't hit that. I didn't hear that line a few times.
No, I think a week or two ago I called you, or you called me, and you was like, I'm about to just be fat and go 9 to 5 because I'm tired of being an entrepreneur. I'm tired of working out. But like, you just go, I'm like, I'm here for you to get it out, but I know you're not going to do those.
I feel like you have to have those days though,
Absolutely.
too. You have to, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Is this going to work out kind of thing? Because then when you come back from that, you're like, I overcame that. I overcame that feeling, I overcame that day.
And that's the thing. I don't think that people, when they starting these businesses and want to be an entrepreneur, I mean, like, you don't know, right?
You don't know what you don't know.
You know, so when we started this new venture, this past venture, Braylon's Bus, right? We had a partner. Now, mind you, I can know you from when we was young. We grew up together and all that, right? What I tell a lot of people is, just because I know you, we super tight, I don't know you business-wise.
Business-wise, that's two different things.
Mind you, you don't even know your damn self business-wise, right? Because you don't know what's really, like, what really, like, grinds your gears or what really, like, you don't know your damn self. So you have to allow yourself to get to know yourself, your business self, and then you can start to, like, do things with other people, right? Because one thing, with Marjani was, it was like, she had to get over the fact that I had to, like, really, like, drill it in her, like, yo, people really don't give a damn. They really don't care, right?
Yeah.
Like, what you really think people care about, they really don't. So she had to, like, learn that. And, like, you got to accept certain things. So, like, moving forward with business is more so, like with the customer appreciation. If I went to the top to try to please you and make you happy, I know I did my best, right? And I got to move on with that.
That's it.
Right?
You did the best you could do.
I can't harp on that. I can't take that home and say, oh, all right, now I'm about to change up the whole goddamn format
because it's one person.
Right, yeah, no, you got to move on with that. Like, you know what I mean? You got to know, like...
You got to learn to let things roll.
Yeah, you got to know what to give energy to and what not to give energy to. But that's you on your own. You got to, like, learn that about yourself. Because you will go home, beat yourself up. Damn, I could have did this better.
You may think you'll be, a great business owner or entrepreneur because at work you were the go-to person. You have a great work ethic and all that. Yeah, because you were working at a task-oriented place where you did all your tasks. But what happens when you have 24 hours and you're going to do this business? Are you going to get up early? Or are you going to sleep until 12 o'clock and roll out of bed and think that things are just going to start to form? No. Like, I've learned in this past year that my work ethic, I thought I had great work ethic. And I'm like, no, I did. For those jobs because I always wanted I always wanted good
there was
feedback.
someone to report
right,
to.
Exactly. But then when it was in my lap and it was like, oh, I don't report to nobody. Like, that shit took way longer for me to get off the ground than I thought because I just felt like I had all the time in the world. Where I know if it was a job for me to start something, then I would have hit all those points because somebody would have said this has to be done by January 1st.
Yeah,
I didn't have nobody doing that, so
I held accountable.
Right, I had to hold myself accountable.
Right, yeah, and that's a part of you learning.
Oh my God,
your business self.
Like, you said something about an emotional loss. I was like, I feel like I had my first emotional loss because I didn't know. Hey, look up the LLC name and see if it's taken before you brand everything. Look up your names before you get fucking LLC, because that's what I did. Because first of all, I chose something that was personal to me, so I didn't go out and say, like, in my mind I am the only Mela because that's what my family calls me. This is just what it is. And then Britt, who was on the show, thanks Britt, got my, she did my LLC, but before that she emailed me, she was like, your name is taken. And I'm like, what do you mean? I had a whole fucking meltdown. Like, what do you mean? I am the only Mela Nation. What you mean? And it was like, all right, well, I'm just going to add a fucking S on it. But I had to get over that. Like, that night was a hard night for me because I'm like, well, what the fuck am I going to do now? Like, I done did an Instagram page. I done made shirts. And I'm like, what the? Like, that really, like, stopped everything for a good hour. And I let it go. I talked to her. I talked to Roy. I added the S, and we kept it pushing.
But see, you got all emotional. You start looking up the name. Who got the shit?
Who is this bitch?
Right, yeah.
Because you know I looked her up. I know where the business at.
Right, yeah.
You want to go after the show?
What?
But is she in Philly?
She's in Philly.
What?
Why she even got this name? She not doing nothing with it.
She sure not, because that website is dry. I've been on there.
But see, look, this is where coming to learn your business self, right? I didn't gave her all that goddamn time and energy.
Oh yeah, because I definitely did.
Yeah,
I definitely gave that. I'm like, she probably don't even know that I exist.
Right, yeah.
But I gave her a lot of time and energy because I was like, who are you and who told you to take my name?
But mind you, all that time could have been used in, let's call this Audible. All right, I'm gonna call this Audible. I'm gonna add the S on. We're gonna keep it moving,
And keep
now
with
we're
the
gonna
plan.
switch. Yeah, we're gonna switch it around,
No.
right? I didn't give that no energy. A lot of people starting off, when you want to be an entrepreneur, they waste so much time on shit that does not matter.
It doesn't.
And shit that people really don't care about, right? So you might get into a process of you doing some shit like, I think we was talking about banners or something one time. And you like, oh, I need this banner. I need to look
Oh,
like
for the
this.
pop-up shop.
Yeah, I need to look like this. I need
And that is a wrap on part 1 of this episode. Come back next week for the second part. More free game from Al.